It's like, where you guys been?
We are really spread out. We're a small group.
In the development where I live, there's only one other family that has horses, but that development was originally developed as horse properties.
Not very many African Americans are doing equestrian types. Most of they think that it's all sports and football, basketball.
That it's kind of a dying breed a little bit in our race of people.
Yeah, this is horse country, the Bay Area. The East Bay is horse country.
A forgotten treasure of the Bay Area, the Black Cowboys are struggling to keep the culture alive.
Due to city budget cuts, the Oakland City stables have been shut down, leaving inner-city youth unaware of the small horse community.
The Black Cowboys are struggling to keep from becoming a dying breed.
We are here to help them gain exposure
and educate the community of these rich assets
that we all can share here in the Bay. Meanwhile, bridging the gap between two generations and to ensure
the Black Cowboy culture stays alive.
Stays alive.
I'm a retired firefighter.
I'm a horse trainer.
I'm a physician.
Contractor.
I'm a traffic judge.
The first cowboys were those people who were in bondage, who were forced to tend the flocks of their masters. Well, when the Civil War started, a lot of the rich owners that were in Louisiana and other southern states moved to Texas, which was kind of the frontier at that point. And they took their property with them, which included their slaves, their cattle, their, all the other livestock. And so since all the men were off to war, who was it that drove the cattle and herded the cattle and tended the cattle while they were, being moved to Texas and while they were in Texas? Their boys, the slaves. So the word cowboy originated from these slave young boys who were tending the cows. Now, of course, it got changed once they started going north and everybody became a cowboy. But
we do other things too that they might not know of.
Black horsemen are sort of the new thing.
Oh, to be sure, we're still in the city of Oakland. My horses and I live in the city of Oakland. In fact, we're in East Oakland. You hear me?
I just can't think of any other community that has anything like this. There's an amazing amount of open space in Oakland, beautiful trees, beautiful trails, creeks, mountains, etc., that you just don't normally see in a city area.
Hawks, falcons, deer, coyotes, foxes. I mean, it's all here, and you just have to spend a little time, and you'll see wondrous things right here in Oakland.
We'll go to the schools here in Oakland, and the kids really enjoy the exposure that we give them.
And a lot of kids in that neighborhood don't get a chance to see horses very often. So.
But I think a lot of kids in East Oakland, West Oakland have no idea that there are really horses up in the Oakland Hills area and that there's such amazing trails, and not just for riding, but for hiking. But the most unique thing is that the fact that the city does own a property, which is a stable, for access for kids. I mean, it's just such an amazing opportunity for the city that, unfortunately right now is not being utilized.
Up until a couple of years ago, they would help finance the Black Cowboy Parade, but since the budgets got real tight here last couple of years, they've kind of drawn back.
It's an expletive deleted shame. It really is. We have a facility here in Oakland. We have people who are willing to participate in it. A lot of people who would be happy to volunteer, such as myself, and the city just sort of wastes that asset that they have. It's really a crying shame.
I think if the city of Oakland really wanted to help a lot of the African American kids, they would open that stable up in a heartbeat and try to build one or two more just like it. That's what I think the stable should do. It should open that stable up, get it going, get someone like myself and other instructors, people who are willing to help and work and roll their sleeves up, and then get these kids involved. Think about it. If those kids in those areas that are in need of things outside of what the city offers streetwise, they could easily, from Saturday morning to Saturday evening or afternoon, they'd have a place to go all day. Mommy and Daddy would have very little to worry about. You know, grandmothers would say, my kid's in good hands, go up and meet. They can roll their sleeves up and just like a booster club, participate. It would help tremendous. It would help tremendous. But, you know, if you think about it, if you save 1 in 10, if you just save 1 in 10, if you give 1 in 20 a direction, that's less money we're spending in our correctional institutions. That's less money we're spending on funerals. That's less money we're spending on lawyers. So yes, city stables could do a tremendous feat right now.
I think, you know, the parents really need to take the initiative. Turn the TV off, get the kids outside. We're out there, you know, and be truthful with you, most of the children, most of the young people that we meet love the experience with horses. It's like, you know, where you guys been?
As long as any human being loves horses, there will be black folks riding horses.
What's your definition of a black cowboy?
Cowboy. That's my definition. If you met one cowboy, you met us all. You met one cowgirl, we're all the same. At that point, there's no color barriers, no color lines. We're all the same. And that's one thing I've learned throughout the years. You can meet them on the West Coast, the East Coast, the Midwest, or the South. If you're a cowboy or cowgirl and you truly, that's what you are, you fit.